Hey, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight for UFC 208 Home versus Jermaine D. Rodamy and Randomy, and I'm so excited for this main event. I think this is going to be explosive, exciting main event for the inaugural UFC Women's Featherweight Championship of the World. This is my favorite weight class in all of women's MMA because they get the job done. I mean, there's finishes left and right. If you look at the featherweight division in Invicta FC, I mean, you just had Megan Anderson get that Invicta interim featherweight title, and and then Cyborg, she's been killing it, and then her contenders have killed it to get to the top. So it's been exciting. So yeah, it's a pre-fight show, the main card, and let's get started. So the women's featherweight, the UFC women's featherweight title, the inaugural title fight, first ever in UFC history, is Holly Holm stepping up a weight class to fight for this vacant title. Former UFC women's bantamweight champ going up against Jermaine D. Rodamy, and Jermaine, of course, former bantamweight in the UFC, going up to this new weight class. So they're both going up 10 pounds. And I think this fight, so in this fight I picked Jermaine to win. I think she wins in round 3 by knockout. It's going to be a killer fight, though. I think Holm's going to hold her own for the first couple rounds, but I think Jermaine is going to get the better of her the first 2 rounds and then finish her off in the third. Maybe Holly Holm could win the first round, but then when it gets to the second round, I think we're going to see Jermaine adjust, and then by round 3, she'll finish mid to late in the third round. I think her Dutch kickboxing, being a world champ kickboxer multiple times over, will be the difference maker here. Holly Holm, obviously a great boxer, but I mean, Holly Holm has a great striking background, but Jermaine, I think, is just, her having the reach advantage, her having the height advantage is going to play a factor, and I think overall she's just bigger naturally. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting fight, and I'm a big fan of both these ladies, and I wish, as a fan, I wish best both of luck, but I think Jermaine gets it done here, so we'll see. I know a lot of people are picking Holm because she's the more famous fighter, but don't underestimate Jermaine. Check it out, see if I'm right. Then in the co-main event, we have a middleweight clash with Anderson the Spider Silva versus Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson on a killing spree in the UFC 185-pound division. Robert Whittaker, he butchered him. I think Robert Whittaker, though, he's going to go for the takedowns against Anderson Silva. I'm not going to see any big knockout in the standing in this fight. I think Derek Brunson goes for the takedowns, pounds out Anderson Silva, then the second round pounds him out a little bit more. And I think this kind of shades of Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva 1 and 2, without Silva's leg getting broken. And yeah, I think Derek Brunson gets it done here through ground and pound. I think he's going to wear out Anderson Silva, pounding him out, and then eventually just finish him. Anderson Silva, though, I think this one is kind of tough, though, because Anderson Silva could keep it standing if he blocks some of the takedowns of Brunson. And if he does, it's going to be a long night for Brunson. I think Brunson can be caught. And so I'm giving Anderson Silva a 49% chance of winning this fight. So this fight is a tough bet. If you're a betting guy, I wouldn't bet on this fight, but I would say Derek Brunson's a slightly safer bet in this fight. Then also in the middleweight division, we have Ronaldo Souza versus Tim Boesch. And yeah, this fight, oh boy, I mean, you got Tim Boesch, UFC veteran. He had his first run in the UFC was okay, but his second run's been a little bit better. And then Ronaldo Jacare, I hope I said that right. Um, I think he gets it done here. I think submission round 2. I think Souza's submission skills are just so good that if this goes to the ground, which Tim Bosch may try to take it to the ground, Tim Bosch has a pretty decent wrestling background. I think Souza won't be scared to be on the bottom and go for submissions and then eventually get him. Or he may take Bosch down after Bosch gets worn out after the first round trying to swing at him. And nonetheless, I got Ronaldo winning this fight. Submission round 2, I think after this fight, Ronaldo will be definitely asking for that title shot against the winner of Michael Bisping and Yoel Romero. Then in the light heavyweight division, we have Glover Teixeira versus Jared Cannonier. And yeah, I think Glover has great boxing. He has underrated well, he has good jiu-jitsu, we all know that. And his takedown defense is there. So I think Glover is pumped and ready for this fight. Jared, I think, is a star in the UFC 205 division, but I think it may be too much too soon for Glover or for Jared right now. So I think Glover gets it done. Yeah, first round knockout. I think Glover's boxing is the difference maker because Glover can box and he doesn't mind boxing. And you know, Glover can take some heavy shots before he gets knocked out. So I got Glover winning this first round knockout. Then to kick off the main card in the lightweight division, we have Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Jim Miller, 2 UFC veterans in the lightweight division. Dustin, he dropped down to featherweight, then went back up to lightweight, where he's, let's face it, he's better off at. And Jim Miller, he's been kind of hit and miss in his last several matches. So I'm going with Dustin Poirier on this fight. And yeah, I'm picking Dustin first round knockout. I think Dustin has knockout power, vicious knockout power. He's a finisher. He loves the knockout. He can get it in this fight. He can and will get it in this fight. I think he gets it, yeah, first round. He's one of the most explosive strikers in this division. And so there you have it. I'm picking him, yeah, first round knockout over Jim Miller in this lightweight division. And that wraps up the pre-fight show for this main card. Stay tuned in the coming days for my post-fight show, this main card. It's going to be exciting. I think this is going to be a sleeper pay-per-view. I think this is going to be one of those pay-per-views that people are overlooking, but then when it's all said and done, you'll see that there were great fights all around. So, yeah, stay tuned in the coming days for my post-fight of this main card. And until then, see ya.